Ben glumly went back to his seat. He would just have to try and hold on for another 2 hours. 2 hours isn't that long really, he thought. He'd sat through the first half of the play without using the toilet, and that must have been 2 hours long. Of course he could wait until he got off the train. But as much as Ben wanted to believe himself, another desperate twinge from his bladder told him otherwise. He crossed and uncrossed his legs some more, trying to find a position which might take some of the pressure off of his bladder. Was it out of order? Mike whispered to Ben. Yeah, Ben replied. You gonna be able to hold it? Mike asked. Ben looked at Mike angrily. Of course I am, he hissed. Mike didn't say anything. He didn't want to embarrass Ben, but he felt concerned for his friend. Ben tried to hide it, but he'd had daytime wetting accidents before. The teachers in Ben's school were ruthless. You had to go to the toilet in your breaks, and not in between lessons or during class. This meant that there were 2 2-hour-long periods of every day in which they couldn't use the toilet. Mike knew the telltale signs that Ben was finding it hard to hold on, the squirming in his seat, crossing and uncrossing his legs, the way he would try to discreetly squeeze on the end of his penis to help relieve the pressure. When he was close to wetting, Mike knew Ben would stop being able to concentrate on anything, before he'd give in and just let go. Part of their school uniform were black trousers, and there was never a wet patch visible on Ben's clothes, but Ben would often leave a damp patch, or even a small puddle, on the chair, which Mike would sometimes catch a glimpse of before Ben quickly pushed the chair under the desk. Of course Mike had never mentioned it, and as far as he knew no one else had ever noticed, but now they were on a train. Mike was worried for Ben. Ben was wearing khaki-colored trousers, and Mike could tell that if they got wet the wet patch would be considerably darker than the rest of his trousers.